An ex-AI employee, Suleyman Ghouri, dropped massive bombshells about the company on a podcast, leading to his departure from xAI less than 48 hours after the episode aired. Many say Suleyman Ghouri leaked the company's technical secrets. I think the matter is far from that simple. To figure out why Suleyman Ghouri was fired, we need to know what he said and why these contents enraged Musk. Flashback to 2012, when Musk was shocked by Hassabis's remark that AI might extinguish humanity while visiting a factory, and began to focus on the AI threat. He tried to communicate AI risks to Larry Page, but Larry Page believed AI replacing humans was an evolutionary inevitability and acquired DeepMind, intensifying Musk's worries. After realizing the AI threat, Musk decided to personally stare down AI development and persuaded his good friend Ilya Sutskever to co-found OpenAI to counter Google. OpenAI was established in 2015, with the original intention of being non-profit, open source, and benefiting humanity, with Musk investing funds and resources. However, after AlphaGo defeated the HumanGo champion in 2016, Musk felt frustrated with OpenAI's slow progress, thinking they were still playing with toys, while Google was already building nuclear weapons. In 2018, Musk proposed merging OpenAI into Tesla for him to take full control, which was rejected by the board, and he received a joint email led by Ilya, effectively being swept out the door by Sam Altman's lead. After parting ways with Sam Altman, Musk began publicly preaching the AI doomsday theory, believing AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons, becoming Silicon Valley's unwelcome doomsayer. In November 2022, ChatGPT went online and rapidly became popular, with Sam Altman receiving high praise. Musk initially expressed amazement but soon turned to strong criticism, accusing OpenAI of betraying its original intention, transforming from non-profit open source to a closed-source for-profit company controlled by Microsoft, and questioning its morality and legality. In March 2023, Musk launched an open letter calling for all AI labs to pause training for 6 months, but no one responded. He finally realized that to set the rules, he must become the biggest dealer, so he started poaching people from DeepMind and OpenAI, hoarding AI ammunition, and officially announced the establishment of xAI a few months later. He no longer tries to stop AI development, but instead wants to create a more advanced AI form himself, namely an AGI that can see, hear, and perceive the physical world, and combine it with Tesla's Optimus robot to build a brand new species that can think and act. The hostility between Musk and Sam Altman intensified day by day. At its birth, Grok was considered artificial stupidity, and once published fake news about NBA stars, becoming a laughingstock. However, just 1 year later, this idiot made significant progress in the MMLU exam, known as humanity's last line of defense, with Grok, one achieving a score of 63.2% in this test. Grok's comeback is credited to 2 fast knives. One is slashing towards the compute ceiling. Musk decided to self-build the world's largest AI supercomputer, in an abandoned factory in Memphis, taking 122 days to bring 100,000 H100 chips online. Suleyman Ghouri told the story of the Memphis data center pickup truck gamble on the show. Musk promised that whoever could get the newly arrived H100 GPU to start training within 24 hours could drive away a Cybertruck. With adrenaline soaring, the engineers completed the task in less than 24 hours, and engineer Tyler drove away the pickup. This kind of immediate feedback, huge reward, extreme pressure, is Musk's typical style, shaping xAI's pirate culture. In a company with no HR department, no onboarding training, and no administrative staff, employees don't even have a fixed desk on their first day receiving their badge and need to find work themselves. This cruel environment filters out maniacs with an extreme desire to solve problems, eliminates information noise, and Musk's will can be quickly conveyed to every engineer. xAI can achieve rapid iteration of Grok from 1.0 to 3.0, while OpenAI delayed the Sora release due to safety reviews. Suleyman Ghouri said that at xAI, the phrase "there is never a deadline" exists because all tasks were due yesterday. Suleyman revealed that when engineers assess that a feature needs a year to develop, Musk will press, "If it were to save your life, could you finish it in a month?" If the answer is maybe, then the deadline becomes next month. Project timelines are often slashed in half or even cut to the ankles. Musk deliberately proposes physically impossible or wrong requirements, not because he doesn't understand technology, but to perform a cruel reverse screening. Those who are submissive will be eliminated. xAI only wants smart people who dare to slam the table and challenge unreasonable orders, because they pursue truth rather than positions. This management style makes xAI a combination of a sweatshop and a warrior command center. When encountering technical bottlenecks, the office turns into a war room, everyone works around the clock without stopping, and even Musk himself sleeps on the factory floor. This cruel culture explains how xAI created the miracle of the Colossus Super Data Center. Besides the company's management style and culture, Suleyman Ghouri also exposed how Musk, in pursuit of speed, tested the waters on the edge of the law, and even drilled a loophole worth hundreds of billions of dollars to accelerate the construction of the Colossus Super Data Center. This center is the place with the most concentrated computing power on Earth, possessing over 100,000 H100 GPUs. Its incredibility lies in the construction speed, a scale that usually takes 2 or 3 years to complete. Musk finished in just 122 days. He solved the power bottleneck by bringing in dozens of mobile gas turbines and building a private power plant next to the data center. Even more ruthless is that to bypass environmental approval, XAI defined these power generation devices as movable temporary activities, legally becoming a short-term carnival company, thereby obtaining approval exemptions. Although this practice triggered the attention and potential review of the US EPA, what is done is done. Colossus has currently expanded to 200,000 H100/H200, being one of the world's largest single AI training clusters. But this hot blood is accompanied by serious regulatory risks. The emissions and noise of over 80 diesel and natural gas generators roaring day and night could attract environmental lawsuits, huge fines, or even forced shutdowns. Leaking violation details in advance could also hinder XAI's global expansion. The hostility between Musk and Sam Altman intensified day by day. In February 2024, Musk formally filed a lawsuit against OpenAI and its CEO Sam Altman, accusing them of deviating from the company's initial nonprofit mission, which made the conflict between the two public. Sam Altman subsequently responded in public. Although he didn't fight back directly, the outside world generally believed these remarks implied that Musk's actions aimed to limit competition. The hatred between the two escalated further because of this. Just at the critical node when Musk was planning how XAI would surpass OpenAI, Suleyman Ghouri revealed Musk's secret plan, and this secret is the invisible guerrilla force in Musk's hands. Utilizing the idle onboard computers of 4 million Tesla cars across the US as a distributed computing network, Tesla's HW 3.0 and HW 4.0 chips are themselves high-performance computers, and private cars are idle 90% of the time. Musk plans to pay car owners to rent this idle computing power to train small agent models or perform Grok's inference calculations. This means XAI instantly possesses a supercomputing network with almost zero hardware cost, and the cost structure is destructive. More importantly, Suleyman Ghouri revealed that XAI is developing the ultimate product, Human Simulator, which isn't just a chatbot, but a virtual employee that can think and act like a human. Tesla cars provide not only computing power but are also the eyes and hands of this simulator, collecting physical world data. XAI isn't satisfied with making a ChatGPT that chats inside a computer, but wants to make a soul that can understand the physical world and eventually enter the Optimus robot's body. The project, codenamed MicroHard, aims to snatch lives, that is, to replace the jobs of Microsoft and white-collar workers. This name is Musk-style humor and a declaration of war, aiming to tell Microsoft that XAI will defeat it with something grander and harder. The official explanation for MicroHard is Digital Optimus. It isn't a chatbot, but a digital employee that can sit in front of a computer and hold a mouse and type on a keyboard for people. It overturns the underlying logic of the software industry of the past 20 years, needing no API interfaces, but going the GUI graphical user interface route, able to see the screen, recognize buttons, and directly control the mouse and keyboard drivers like a human, which means all software in the world can be operated by it without software companies opening interfaces. For Microsoft, this could be an extinction disaster because companies in the future might only need to subscribe to MicroHard and use free versions for underlying software, and Windows Mote, human-computer interaction entrance, will cease to exist. Exposing the trump card in advance will make Microsoft frantically acquire related companies to block XAI's path. XAI's success lies in its contempt for industry conventions, such as constantly deleting redundant code and tech stacks, requiring engineers to solve problems with the most streamlined code. In hiring, they deliberately include wrong or impossible requirements to screen for smart people who dare to challenge unreasonable orders. Musk's requirement for AI is to pursue truth, to clean up fake information on the internet. They even study how to filter data through physical laws and primitive human logic. Although Suleyman's revelation led to his firing, the information he brought out allowed the outside world to see the essence of XAI clearly. AI is no longer a simple program, but virtual employees being trained one by one. These virtual employees are already accepting tests inside the company, and can even interact with employees. XAI's logic is to smash all artificial limits and only acknowledge the boundaries of physics. It compresses software, hardware, and human resources to a super-efficient starting point in an unprecedented way, becoming a war machine that can smash all obstacles to achieve its goals. That's all for today's content. Subscribing and liking is my motivation to keep updating.